is now slightly better. I have to restart it. Stupid camera. It doesn't work once it goes live already. You can't just rotate the camera, which is really stupid. Okay, let me just try it again. Can you guys see me now? Can you guys see me now? What a bummer. Does it look at least a bit better? I can't really see myself. That's a problem. Try it. Slightly too slowly. Camera. What's going on? Hey guys. Is it wrong? Livestream. Okay. Can you guys see me? Okay. Now I'm good. Just 1 second. Can you guys see me or hear me? Why is the volume so low? Just 1 second. Now? How is it now? Better. Whew. What a hard work. Okay, let me just turn this camera slightly lower. I'm actually kind of in a hurry, that's why. So much mess. Okay, hopefully now it works, because I got the camera, so I'm using my iPad, and somehow the camera is at the wrong direction. So I'm trying to rotate it, but the YouTube app didn't let me. So hopefully you guys come back to this live stream. So I ended the last one and start a new one, so I could turn the camera. Let me see if it works now. Yeah, should work now. I actually have an inspection in 2 hours. We're gonna go check out an apartment near us. So I have 1 hour to finish this live stream, finish my lunch, then it's probably going to take me 40 minutes to walk from here to the other apartment. Okay, so right now it looks okay. Hopefully you guys are coming back. You guys are coming back. Okay. That was the best start. But okay, so today I'm having, instead of vegan, I'm having a quick lunch with this I bought in Asian supermarket. And it's obviously not vegan. It's water snail rice noodle. And then, so you can see, it's a different brand from the last one I had. So I have no idea how this tastes. But this thing cost €5, so you know, it's kind of expensive for just one portion, one bag of noodle. Okay, so I just opened it. Let's have a look inside. It has noodle, some noodles, dry tofu, similar like the ones I had last time. Some pepper, supposed to be bell pepper, but in here there's only awesome. There's only one pepper or two. So it says it's sour. So it's probably fermented sour pepper with vinegar. Okay. Here are some beans, sour beans. They all smell a bit stinky. Some peanuts. So that's the water snail paste. Another bag of pickle. So I guess it's a bamboo shoots pickle. Can see some chili oil in it, kind of red. Smell also disgusting. And a bag of chili oil, the real deal. Okay, so I guess we should start. Let me just have a quick look of the instruction. There are two ways to cook it. One is to soak them in hot or cold water. The noodle in hot or cold water for an hour, but I don't have an hour. Or you can just cook them in water for 10 minutes until they are cooked. And then you take the noodle out, put the vegetables you want, and mix with the sauces. You can also add spring onions or some other vegetables. Okay, that's it. And I don't know if I could finish all the noodle, but I'm going to cook this for 10 minutes and just waiting for you guys coming to this live stream again. The last one was broken. And now there are two people, so let me just have a quick look. Okay. Hopefully. So is there anybody there? If anyone's there, please talk to me. I'm going to cook this noodle first, so 2 minutes. Okay, hopefully it doesn't take too long. My noodle is cooking on the stove and I'm just waiting. And then I guess we can put all these things together into a bowl, which I'm going to do later. Is it put the noodle in first or the vegetable first? I have no idea. Okay, I'm just going to put in whatever in it. I guess the sauce first. Hopefully it works. Stupid. It's hard to open. Perfect. Oh. At least I have a knife here. It's a water snail. It's not really the snail you see in your garden, but it's kind of salty and slightly smelly smell. And it smells a bit like dry shrimps, like anchovies, pretty much. But this noodle soup supposed to be slightly smelly somehow, but the sauce is okay. Doesn't smell anything unpleasant. Okay. Looks also slightly disgusting, but it says it's a water snail meat paste. Traditional classic delicacy. Delicious from heart. Well, it's not just water snail meat, at least it says it has some spices, cinnamon, star anise, cloves, chili. So it's also slightly spicy. I'm going to have a fresh one in the restaurant when we are in China this time. It's one of the things I want to try. They have all so many different brands of this kind of water snail rice noodle now because it's popular. Anyway, wow. It's a huge bag just for a bit of noodle. And then the other things I'll put in later. Peanuts. I'll just put everything in. Probably not all the chili oil. Chili oil. Meat, spring onion, spices, chili powder, enriched vitamin C, B, what is this? Anyway, many different things. Leberwurst is probably not better. I don't eat leberwurst. So later we have appointment at 4 o'clock. So I should have an hour to get ready and get there to see apartment. And my husband has to skip work for probably 30 minutes to go with me. It's okay. He has a meeting and finish at 4, and we're supposed to be there at 4, so definitely gonna be a bit late. Anyway, and we were just looking around for apartments. It's not like we're going to buy, but it doesn't do any harm just to have a look around, because in Castlewood there isn't many new apartments, not many options. So this one is around 200,000 euros for, how big this one? 70 square meters, 66 square meters. And this one's really close to my husband's office. So probably work there probably 5 to 10 minutes on foot. So it's not too bad. Just have a look. And last week, I'm so sorry last week. I was supposed to make lots of videos last week, but I was reading this book and I just couldn't stop it. I had to finish it. Then somehow this book has also a sequel, then I have to read the second book. Then when I finished it was a whole week. I didn't have much time. I know it's a really bad excuse, but it's a really addictive romantic novel. Then I just had to finish it anyway. And this week I will try to fill in a few recipes more instead of just one, but because we are kind of going on Saturday morning, so we have lots to do to pack, and our passport finally arrived last week. What else? Because I'm flying alone, which is funny because I'm flying direct, and my husband, they have a transit in Hong Kong for 1 or 2 hours. Wait a second, my noodle is ready. Just 2 seconds. Okay, still takes a bit. The noodle is still hot. The water is boiling, but the noodle is still hot. Okay, so I'm going to travel alone, and I'm not going to bring lots of luggage. I'll give the larger one to my husband, so I just bring my small one. And I think the flight's around 11 hours or 12 hours, but I would definitely be there 1 hour earlier than my husband and my in-laws. Then I'm going to probably take the metro from the international airport to the other one. So that's going to take about 30 minutes to an hour to pick them up. So I actually fly late but arrive earlier than them. But that's the plan. That's why hopefully this week I could make some more cooking videos, because from next week and the following 2-3 weeks there wouldn't be any. But I have told you guys long before this week. Anyway, so I also, because I got this project from the German company about translating their quality management handbook. That took a little while as well last week. Most of the time I was reading this novel and I was crying after reading the first one. And then this book actually made out of a movie last year called Me Before You, and the second one is called After You. Oh, I was crying for 2 days after reading the book. Okay, I just took the noodle. It's still slightly hot, but I don't want to overcook it. And it's not very convenient in like instant noodle, because you have to cook it. I could try one if it's really cooked or not. It's still slightly hard. Just leave it in for a couple of minutes. But anyway, because that book, I didn't make so many videos. But it's a really, I don't know, it's a girly romantic novel, but it's really well written. And I told a few friends, some of them actually read it as well, and they all kind of agree with me. It's a really good book. And just make you want to cry, the kind of sad romantic stories. Anyway, so I guess use this time I could probably put in my other things. while the noodle is still kind hard. And easiest way, I have some more water cooked just to add into the sauce. Just like how you do to cook your instant noodle. I'll prefer if the noodle could just go really soft after soaking in hot water, because cooking is so much more complicated. So it's now becoming like a soup, but I don't like the sauce is still hard. Is it a piece of the water snail? Right, it's a real water snail. There's one small piece, but it's, well, rock solid, really hard. Anyway, so at least it proves it's a real water snail sauce, not something, it's something chemical. Okay. And here I have this like a dry noodle. It's pretty much noodle skin. So you can see it's pretty much tofu and deep fried. I quite like those as well. These babies need a bit time in the hot water as well, to hydrate them. Otherwise they are really hard as well. Okay. Hopefully it's okay. That's enough. And so this is the bamboo pickle, bamboo shoot pickle. Like those. So they are supposed to be a bit stinky. Let me just try one. Really sour as well. It has like a sour stinkiness. I guess a little bit, it's okay. I wouldn't want all of it. I like these soured lamb beans. I can have lots of them. But okay, it's not really lamb beans. Disappointed. It's actually pickles as well. Who wrote this? Misleading. And here, I'll just leave this sour chili, I don't know. And peanuts. I can put all of them in. Okay. Have a quick check of my noodle. Now it looks much better. Just putting to the soup. Okay, because that's probably enough. Okay, put it away. My chili oil, should I use this? I'll use it. Oh no! The oil is on my laptop. Whoop. I better find somewhere. Okay. I have to put it away because I don't want to make a mess. It's already on my laptop. I really need these to save it. Now chili oil everywhere. Hopefully after this I'm not going to get a bad breath. It's kind of all of those sauces is kind of stinky. No, my laptop is covered with chili oil. Not good. My husband has been complaining about my messiness already. Like, my laptop is always kind of dirty. Okay, so guten Appetit. Probably slightly a bit more water. Okay. Would be better if I have some salad or bok choy or something. But let's try this noodle. Guten Appetit. It's very salty. A bit of water would do. And quite spicy. So I guess I can understand why people like it, because of the spiciness and saltiness. Not really much of the water snail, I guess. Okay. Somehow not so many people coming in today, probably because what happened with my first live stream. I just need to check what's going on with this last live stream. It's not very user friendly, this app. Why you can't just rotate it after start live stream. Find it's funny though, then when you do it and then you rotate it, it will be like upside down. Your whole live stream will just be upside down. That's kind of funny. But I have to delete this first one. I'm sure it's like in my playlist now, right now. Yo. 2 people like it. Why? Because I failed it. I have to delete it. Crap. 13 views for what? Let me just delete it. So not everybody would watch this video and forget my live stream right now. Delete. The noodle is still quite chewy, but I guess if you cook a bit longer, it will be a lot softer. But you can get this kind of noodle in Asian supermarkets as well. It's kind of like a rice noodle, but this is really oily. I feel like full mouths of oil. The tofu skin is the best part of this noodle soup, but it's, wow, really kind of spicy. And I don't have any water here. The pickles taste kind of good, okay. It's funny, when you just eat itself, it's kind of really sour. But when you have it with noodle, kind of balance it. Okay. I don't know. Sometimes it's a bit slightly too hard. It's kind of difficult to eat noodles with chopsticks. Especially this kind of rice noodle because they're really slippery. So last week was like raining the whole week. That's also the reason why I didn't feel like filming at all. And last week, I think the 12th was like the new iPhone. So my husband had to work overtime for almost like the whole week. And one day he came home around 11 already in the evening, 11 p.m. Wow, outside's too bright. One second. No better. It was completely dark because today the sun came out. Last week was miserable. It was just raining, and I didn't want to get out and I didn't want to film. I just want to read my set novel for the whole week. I know I just need it. It's really hard to chew. Need some tissue. So this is the apartment. Sorry. It's really spicy this way. His apartment I found last week is built in 1968. Very often you get like really old apartments. Yeah, there's almost no new apartments, always old. The one we're staying now, probably 1800, even older. And right now it has like a family living in it. And my husband told me if, so in Germany, if your tenant is elderly or is pregnant, you can't just move them out. That's quite funny. I need spoon or something. It's really hard to eat, so it's chopsticks. Oh, not possible. Need a spoon. No, it's better. And I guess last week or this week, the Oktoberfest started. Probably this weekend. Too salty. And then there's also a wine fest. So wine fest. In Heilbronn, and we were in another one a couple weeks ago. And this one in Heilbronn was pretty good as well. They were playing jazz music and some 80s pop music at the festival, and just you can do wine tasting at one spot. There are probably no less than 10 different wine, and they all sell by glass. I think it was €2.50 or €3.50. You can get 100 milliliters of wine, and you can test them all. And we tried 2 different ones. My husband, they always like, and his friends, they always like to have sweet wine. I find it's kind of like grapefruit juice. Didn't taste much like wine because it's really sweet. And then a friend of my in-laws, they do beekeeping, and they have lots of honey, but they just sell, sorry, too spicy. They sell them to family friends, and I know one of this Chinese restaurant owner, and she was like asking if she could have some glasses, and she ordered 6 of them, and I bought for her for probably 3 months already, and she didn't come to pick it up because she just forgot. And then she went back to China for holiday for a month, and last weekend she came back, so we arranged a pickup. and then she gave me a present from the holiday she had in China. She said, "I'll give you this candies as a present. I bought this in Nanjing," and she didn't even know I'm from Nanjing. And then she gave me something I never had before. It was really funny. It's kind of like a mint candy, but with lots of Chinese medicine in it. You can have it. It's like almost like herb candy, but it has a really weird color, like a dark brown color, and really minty, almost like a chewing mint. Wow. And I never heard it before. It's from my city. Something I don't know. What? Okay, I have to do like some tricks. It's really hard to eat. I really don't want to get my hair or my clothes dirty. The smell is disgusting already. I don't want it to touch my clothes and I have to wash all of them. They have the honey they produce really different. So most of the time it's like it's not clear honey. This one still has 1 bottle. They always just give it to my in-law like as a present for free. And you can just use, like this is one of them. They have different kind of honey from, I guess, different flowers. This is a rasp honey. And this is just like you can use it like bread spread to replace butter. Well, this sweater is from Hollister, and somehow when I bought it I didn't notice, but there's a hole on it already. Now I can't find it again. I suspect there is a yeah, here there's a hole somehow. I don't know what happened to it, but when I bought it definitely didn't have that hole. I didn't notice it. But this is new. This is only from last year. Not so new neither. Sometimes you get like water snail pieces. Here you can have the shell. There's a small piece of the water snail shell. My mom used to stir fry water snails with chive. But this water snail soup is kind of new thing. I never had it before neither when I was in China. I think it's just kind of regional food and suddenly became really popular. Okay. I'm just going to leave it. It's too hard to eat. Okay. It's not so tasty like how I imagined. It's way too hard to eat and too spicy. And my nose just running like crazy. Okay. No, it's just a bit disgusting. No. I still have 20 minutes. Then I really just have to run. To meet my husband there. Is my hand okay? At least my cell phone still has a bit battery. Otherwise I wouldn't even be able to find this place. Okay. It's a really busy Monday. And last weekend I got a new project from the same company. Keep giving me some documents to translate. And the latest one is really funny, is house out no. So they somehow translated to English already. And I just need to translate it to Chinese again and then kind of put that in the correct template. I didn't really look into the English one, but the last one, the handbook I was translating, I don't know who was translating it, but was completely unprofessional. But don't tell them. So I felt like I had to do a lot of work for them, even I didn't quote for translating to the English part of it. But anyway, they are happy, I'm happy, I'm getting a bit extra cash from it, so it's good. And funny though, they all their documents now have to translate to English and then to Chinese, which gives me a lot of job opportunities. Sorry. After the soup is really getting a bit hot, so I should probably take this off. How is your guys go on with your life? Last week my husband also voted. I think the exact voting day is this Saturday, but we were flying on this Saturday. And they just sent out the paper through post. I took a small picture of the voting paper. It's kind of funny. So they have different representatives in different states, even not just state, probably region. A bit smaller. This cup is from my father-in-law. They got lots of them in the canteen, and he just brought some home. I have a red one, a yellow, and another, probably a blue one, forgot. Anyway, so in this paper my husband got, and I took a picture of it. There is one representative in our region from a pad thai called a parrot pad thai, which is really small, I guess. But this person, they always write name and then the occupation. You wouldn't believe it. This person, it's not parrot pad thai, it's Tierschutz, so protect animals party. Animal Protection Party, and he is a Schüler, so he's a student, probably in high school. Hopefully he is in high school, but he is a representative for our region from this party, which is ridiculous. How would you vote a Schüler to be your representative of the whole country, which is weird. What's more weird is one person is Schauspieler. He's actor. I don't against actor to be politicians. Like Schwarzenegger is okay to be, it's just weird. It's like there is nobody else in this. Nobody else wants to be a politician anymore. Politic anymore. And here there's one. So most of those people are really weird. I wouldn't vote for any of them. Like there is a lawyer, okay. If you're a lawyer, probably it's okay. Meets the criteria. But I find like I wouldn't vote a high school student or there's one called Electrotechnica. I don't know if it's a electrical or what is it. But in Germany there are many engineers, electronica, so something with like really hands-on tech occupations. Lots of those kind of occupations. Anyway, just thought funny to share with you guys, because I've never seen like so many weird people in a voting paper. And you have like a almost like the primary parties, and there's the secondary parties. You can vote, and even weirder the name. So there is ÖDP, I have no idea. So Ökologisch Demokratische Partei. I have no idea what it is. And the Miscellaneous, so it's a communist party. That's I don't understand neither. Bündnisgrundeinkommen. Der Gründereinkommenspartei. So there are, I don't know how many, so I could count it, how many are there. It's probably going, there are 22 different parties in Deutschland. Why do you need so many parties? But anyway, last year, it was last year, was also election in Australia, and I just missed it because I'm here. I didn't realize when I thought I should probably enroll to vote, and I realized I was too late. Bad luck. So I didn't. I actually got my passport how many years already? Probably 4 or 5 years now. My Australian passport, I still didn't get a chance to vote yet. I feel that's like kind of interesting. It's only interesting. And recently there are lots of cheap flights to London. I think it was, my husband told me it was like 29 euros you can fly to London. I think it's one way though. But after the terrorist attack, I don't know if I want to go just now. But the book I read is from, it happens in London, kind of in Great Britain. The second book is actually happened in London, so it makes me want to probably pay a visit. Just thought it would be fun to experience the book a bit more in real. And I have a relative living there as well for many years already. Probably it's good to go, but I'll wait a little bit just after the terrorist attack. I don't want to go when it's happening. I don't know what else I could share with you guys. So for 2 months I'm doing this app, posting some posts on this Chinese app as well, and it's growing so much faster than YouTube, which made me a bit just having a bit less interest in making YouTube videos because the other one's growing so fast. It was on this app. I joined this app 66 days before, and now I have 1,561 subscribers. That's so much faster than, what about my YouTube channel? I have it, I think it was so exact date I forgot, but it's definitely in February I start my first video, and now it's 1.5 years. Really. 1.5 years, and I have the same number of subscribers, 1,000, a bit more than 1,000 subscribers. That's kind of disappointing. But anyway, good you guys still coming for my live stream. And I have 7 minutes left. Then I have to run out. If you guys have any questions, can now ask me, or I don't know, probably call it off 7 minutes earlier. I actually wanted to do a bit earlier, but the stupid camera didn't work. Do you guys know any good VPN I could probably use in China? If you guys know any of those, have to let me know, because I'm going to sort that out as well for my videos in China. No, good, at least outside it's not raining. I have to run about 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes to get there. It's not so close in that sense, but I don't want to. My husband is riding my bicycle and I don't have anything. I don't want to take a train. It costs like €2.50, €3 just for one way. Slightly too much. I would prefer just run 30 minutes, a bit exercise as well. But this apartment is really direct next to TKM, so it's like next to a cinema, which is also kind of good. You can always go to see a cinema whenever you want. And I've seen some other ones. I don't know how much, what's the price like in the US or any other countries or Canada, because the price I find it in Europe, if you just use euro and you look at the number, it's kind of cheap, but then when you exchange that to other currency, it's really kind of expensive. Because most of the new apartments I have seen cost around 200 to 300,000, and they're all just apartments with no facilities, no pools, nothing. Very often very old, from 1980s, 70s, 50s, sometimes even older. They really, in that sense, I find it's really not cheap. But I don't know. I think my husband is kind of reluctant to buy anything here because of the quality. But I thought it has to be done somehow. And then I don't know, I think it's kind of like for 200,000 euros I would expect something slightly modern and comfortable to live with. But all the apartments we have seen, either they are really far away, which is not so beneficial, because my husband, I don't want him to commute every morning. But then the ones in the city, they are all kind of old and expensive. I think I wouldn't really want anything more than 250,000. How much is that in dollars? I think in Sydney used to around $800,000 Australian dollar. You can buy a house already. I don't know what's like now, but if you do an exchange rate, then around 400, 500 you can buy a house. Really nice ones. It's not quite possible here in Europe because most of them are quite old. So 250,000 is around 300,000. I think that's our budget. We don't want to go even a bit more expensive. So 1,000 square meter. Here is probably the same. Let me just have a quick look. So the one I saw, okay, no. So this one I saw is 2,300, around that. So 2,300 euro per square meter. That's so much more expensive. Ugh. And the Karlsruhe is not even a big city. That's why I really feel a bit disappointed, because the city doesn't have much to offer. Not like in China. We got a really tiny apartment, but around the area everything's new. It's just brand new, with shopping center, cinema, supermarket, everything, metro station. So everything you need is around. So I would prefer to buy probably around similar situation as well, but it doesn't have that here in Europe. Every time when like I look for houses, I find there are so many people having too much money and so many people having too less. It's not so affordable at the moment. But 1,000 per square meter is really good. Where is that? You're talking about 1,000 meters, so rent per month. That's expensive, isn't it? Okay, we pay probably the same. We pay around 800 euro per month. Yeah, so then that's quite similar. I really don't want to rent anymore, because we have been renting, I don't know for how long. We have been renting like forever, and then the problem with renting is I just don't feel like decorating it, and I don't feel like to make it a bit nicer, because it's just kind of waste. I don't know. And sure, send me a few things. I will be interested to know, because around financial crisis around 2008, I've heard so many of my friends, so some of them are already start working, and a few friends in Sydney, because the price in Sydney is so high, they will just put their money into properties in the US, which is much cheaper if you get a good deal. And this girl, it's like a friend's friend. I've heard she has like probably 3-4 different apartments in the US, but she's still renting in Sydney because it's not so affordable. But that's good as well. It's good investment. I guess I'm looking. I have no idea. I don't know. I guess both are good. I would prefer probably in the city for now, but later probably in the countryside. I don't know. In the book I was reading last week, this guy, he's building a house himself, and then he's like laying the bricks himself. He said he will finish the house in 10 years. That's such a romantic thing to do. It's like saying he's a houseman, he wants to marry and settle, and then he's building his own house. Anyway, it's just so romantic. Sure, that sounds perfect. But don't spend too much time. Like, I just want to like have a good evaluation. Where is the best place to buy? Because I felt at the beginning when I was trying to convince my husband, because the money we have in the bank, there's almost no interest. It's probably 0.00 something. There's really no interest. And really ridiculous is in Germany, if you put how much money you put in the bank, then you have to pay fee to bank to put your money in there. That's also really horrible situation where they call it negative fee or something. I don't know. So the banks don't want your money, and they're just sitting there. They're not getting any interest neither. The best way, I thought, is to invest them in something, but I'm such a conservative person. I don't feel safe to put the money in, like my brother-in-law is putting his money in Bitcoins. Last week, the Bitcoins dropped 30% within a day or something because there's a news in China it's not allowed to invest in Bitcoins anymore, and somehow a company just sold all their Bitcoins and the price dropped 30%. And the next day I think was kind of got up a bit, and after that another $100 gone somehow. So I'm really conservative in that sense. I wouldn't want to invest in any of that Bitcoin still things. But funny thing is, my in-laws, they're having some, because my brother-in-law is investing in Bitcoins and my in-laws giving him some money to invest as well in Bitcoins. I thought it's really bad decision, but I didn't say anything. I just don't want to make them disappointed, because right now in Europe there's just not much investing opportunities. I have no idea. I don't know much about the shares, stock markets here. I don't want to just put my money in either. So felt like property is probably the best. There are lots of like a 1-bedroom apartment, so like studio, if you call it, around our area in the city, around 100,000 as well. But anyway, I'm fascinated by the property market. I think all Asians are. One of my cousins, I don't know how many she has now, at least 5. It's like she's like a ultimate landlord, because she bought one and then she used that property to get more loan and then buy more properties and get more loan. And I don't know how many they have now, but it's crazy. But it's a different story in China anyway. They have the price grows so fast. It's probably the best you can invest in. But I think only Chinese could buy properties in China. I couldn't even put my own name in there because I don't have a Chinese passport anymore. So my father was putting his name on it as well. Okay, I'm 6 minutes too late. Have to just call it off for today, and next week you wouldn't see me for live stream anymore. I have to go. There's so much to do today and tomorrow. I actually have a video filmed last week of cinnamon buns, but it's a very different cinnamon buns. Probably I'll post it tomorrow. So there will be a video for sure tomorrow, and then after I have a couple of things in line as well, you'll be able to see. So send me, please, thanks Mike, send me those links on Facebook. I'll have a look. So thank you guys. Thanks for joining me for live stream, and I will see you in 3 weeks, or probably even a bit shorter. And videos, I will try my best to post as much as possible. Okay, see ya.